Coming up on Here's the Truth, controversy over the future of a Brooklyn Park Community Center. Hear what city leaders and community want with $5 million in the balance. Then state and community leaders announce a $1 billion effort to close racial wealth disparities. Plus, buckle up for a joyride with poet Jandeltha Rae. Here's the Truth starts right now. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm independent journalist Georgia Fort. We begin with a community at odds over how the city of Brooklyn Park should use a $5 million state allocation. In May, the state approved the funds to revamp the city's activity center, but talks have stalled as controversy swirls over where the funds should go. That's this week's top story.
Our youth are at stake here.
Public fallout over the future of Brooklyn Park's Community Activity Center.
The 2022 survey asked what is important for our teens in a recreation center. The most popular answer from a list provided was gym space.
With $5 million in the balance, several have spoken up in City Hall to get leaders to replace one of the facility sheets of ice with a multi-use court.
This plan is the most sensible plan. We have money, we should use it.
The $5 million is good, but we'd still have to find the rest of it. If we didn't use it, we'd just give it back. I'm okay with that. I'm sure we could maybe get some again.
Every time we have practices and everything, we have to go to Maple Grove, we have to go to Crystal, we have to go to New Hope, we're in Robbinsdale, and that's kind of tough for a lot of the families.
Brooklyn Park is one of Minnesota's most diverse cities, and parents are making a push for the center to reflect that in future planning.
Brooklyn Park does not have any indoor courts.
Cindy Hill is a longtime resident of the city and has been a key community voice on the matter.
The building over there has been in existence for 40 years. It's time for a renovation.
As we know, with indoor courts, you're able to do so many different things with different programs. You're able to reach different people that are in the community.
Do you believe that this facility is actually serving the community right now the way that it is?
No, it is not.
We'll still have ice, we'll have basketball, we'll have pickleball, and we'll be able to have volleyball and community space.
When you get to be a certain age of where we are, our socialization should not be at funerals.
Ice sports isn't what interests our youth, and if this is the only amenity available to our kids, it's not appropriate for the diversity in our community.
This coming after the state's approval of $5 million to revamp the city's long-standing center during the legislative session in May.
The assumption for a lot of that was that it would be towards introducing basketball courts.
And you said assumption. So was that a part of the pitch, or is that just something that community?
No, it was a part of the pitch.
A pitch that's now being reevaluated.
The money allocated from the 2023 State of Minnesota legislative session was for the conversion of one ice arena to multi-court gym space.
Has there been pushback about people losing access to one of the hockey rinks?
Yes, the existing ice users have raised concerns.
Several hockey and figure skating organizations have resisted the plan, with one offering to purchase a rink.
Rogers Youth Hockey Association has offered, again informally, $1 million to have the rights to buy the ice on Rink 1.
Removal of Rink 1 will impact us in several ways, including all three of our fundraising sources for our 501c3 club.
Would the center lose revenue?
In the kind of the preliminary revenue and projections we have, it's revenue neutral to the space.
My ask is that we continue with the plan without delay according to the bill as authored.
But many parents say the youth is not up for sale and add that moving forward with the multi-use courts could lead to more programming and crime prevention.
I think that society is more willing to invest in incarceration than invest in education in something positive to do.
I just think that anyone that works with youth in any capacity, their work could be a lot harder for them if this project does not come through.
Sequoia's organization has been contracted by the city and several other municipalities to be a violence interrupter.
What do you want to see done from here?
I just want for people to think about the youth. I want people to think about the opportunities that this could bring to the youth and to our community.
Me and my team would just really appreciate if you guys could renovate one of the hockey arenas into a gym.
The city's mayor tells us he believes this could have a both-and solution and thinks pitting different sports against each other is not productive.
The reality of the situation is there are people that maybe don't understand the value of adding the basketball courts, and maybe there's other people that don't necessarily understand what those ice rinks mean to some folks in Brooklyn Park. The way I would couch it is not a us versus them.
As for next steps, the mayor says they're weighing all options and still getting community input.
I don't think that there will be a solution by end of this year because we're going through our budgeting process right now.
Are you guys considering looking at what it would cost to do both?
I think we're going to look at all opportunities. I would want people to focus on what overall is best for the youth.
The group using the ice, it's not like they're going to be displaced.
Until decision day comes, Cindy tells us the efforts of her and dozens of other concerned parents will not go unnoticed.
Every time their doors have been opened, I have had a seat. Whether this was on the agenda or not, I want them to know this is our time. Our youth deserve it. They're worth it.
Election day is coming up, and we're sending out a reminder to get registered, get informed, and get your ballot in by Tuesday. If you don't know who or what's on your ballot, don't worry, we got you. You can check out Black Votes Matter, Minnesota's complete guide for every race. It's a nonpartisan booklet that spells out everything from several cities in the metro. That includes candidates who are running for your city council and school board. You can check it all out now before you cast your ballot. Just visit blackvotesmattermn.com. And to learn more about where your polling locations are, all you got to do is head over to sos.state.mn.us.
Mental health services should not be delayed, nor should they be a barrier to receiving critically important help. We are working to ensure that those who need help are being served with compassion and treated with respect.
That's Bloomington Police Chief Booker Hodges announcing a first-of-its-kind effort in Minnesota. The department is launching a mental health rapid response program that will provide free in-home therapy for people in a mental health or substance crisis. So far, Bloomington Police has responded to more than 900 suicide-related calls this year. And Chief Hodges believes that this program will better serve residents and first responders. The program will launch next month and will be funded by the state. $1 billion. That's the amount of money committed to building Black wealth in the Twin Cities. It's all a part of a partnership that Groundbreak announced this week. The 10-year investment aims to stimulate home ownership, entrepreneurship, and commercial development for Black families in the St. Paul and Minneapolis areas. This comes after recent data revealed Black middle-class families earn nearly $50,000 less in annual income than white households. That's the 6th worst in the nation.
I want a vision where we do have those opportunities, where we do see folks thrive. And we know here in Minnesota you've done it before and you're doing it again. So on behalf of our administration, a huge thank you for this initiative. A public commitment to you is anything we can do to support what you're doing, we will be there to support.
Groundbreak says they're utilizing a coalition of over 36 organizations to make it happen. Coming up, one nonprofit's pledge is making a difference for our elders.
This is my buddy here.
How Age Well at Home is ensuring seniors live safely and with dignity. Plus later, buckle up for a joyride with poet Jandeltha Rae. More Here's the Truth after the break. This commercial break is powered by U.S. Bank's Access Commitment Initiative. U.S. Bank is building Black wealth by uplifting and supporting Black-owned businesses like these.
Papa Legba's Lounge is home to musical legends of the past. Papa Legba offers a place for mature audiences to relax and unwind with signature cocktails inspired by legendary musicians. Papa Legba brings extraordinary soul music to the Twin Cities and provides local talent a platform to showcase their music. Check out our website for weekly performances at papalegbalounge.com.
TNT Academy is the ultimate performance recovery program focused on football skills training, strength and conditioning, and overall mentorship for young men. With our exclusive training program, you'll learn all the secrets of our top athletes to ensure that you're always one step ahead of the competition. We take an innovative approach to focus on injury prevention. We work with all levels, youth all the way up to the pros. For more information, visit tntacademysp.com.
At Reviving Roots, we celebrate Black joy because the mental health journey can feel overwhelming, difficult, and even shameful at times. Reviving Roots is a Black-centered and Black-affirming holistic mental health and wellness space in the heart of Minneapolis. While we offer mental health therapy, we believe in a holistic approach to wellness, addressing the whole person by providing a variety of tools and resources. We're here to support our community in living their truth. Learn more at www.reviving-roots.com.
Here's the Truth is sponsored by MediaBridge, a media, data, and creative agency who believes the best strategy is to care. For more information, MediaBridgeAdvertising.com. It's important for Black and brown families to not only become homeowners, but to be able to stay in their homes. That's the work nonprofit Age Well at Home has zeroed in on, providing renovations and support for BIPOC seniors who want to maintain their independence. This week, we show you the impact of their work. Many things come and go.
Most all these flowers you see come back.
But one remains constant, Tommy Nolly's North Minneapolis home.
I like Northside. I really do. I like the Northside. I like Minnesota. I love my home. I'm getting 84 now. So everybody, you got to get somebody to take care of you. Well, I'm taking care of myself. There's my apple trees.
A floral haven that stood the test of time.
Every flower in the yard used to be labeled. This was really pretty a couple weeks ago. All day. I lived in this house about 54 years, I think. Yeah, about 54.
Tommy's enjoying his retirement after working for Honeywell for more than 3 decades.
I've enjoyed my life. I have. I retired in what? 99. Boy, it's been so long. See, I forgot I worked.
Now he gardens and practices the art of storytelling with his words and hands.
Oh yeah, I made that stained glass. I did that one before I did the 30-year one. And this is the one I told you took me 30 years to do. And each one of these pieces in here, I had to pick up with the tweezers, stick them in the glue, and then make sure I put them in the right place.
Most older homeowners, they want to stay in their home as long as possible.
Matt Lund is the executive director of the nonprofit Age Well at Home.
We help older adults, primarily older adults of color, stay in their home. So we do that through home modifications, safety renovations, those type of things.
They brought this new sinks here. It was an old sink here, but it had deteriorated all the way around. But they put a new sink in and had to cut everything back. I really appreciate it because I was afraid the other one was going to fall in. They came out and helped me weed. They came in, they were very respectful, very helpful, did things that need to be done. The house, there was no way I could have got it mowed down, you know. It's a lot. A house is a big responsibility.
The organization is behind a number of renovations in Tommy's home.
We'll go to the bathroom. That was a glass door here. They took it down and put this in and curtains. They put the shower head, new shower head here, and the bar, and that bar, and that bar, and that bar, and this bar. This is a good one there. This is the chair recliner they did for me, and oh yeah, this is my buddy here. Yeah, I go all the way back, and I'll take a nap in a minute. Well, property is very important. If you don't have any property, what you got? A car? It wears out real quick. You wreck it, you're gone. But you get your home and you take care of it, the value goes up and up and up. Let me tell you what I paid for this house. $35,000. $35,000 I paid for it.
That's critical. So we can build houses and we can create home ownership, but if we're losing affordable houses, then we're not gaining any ground. So we focus in on the home preservation.
Preservation that bought enough time for Tommy to finish and display his life's work.
That is plastic, that is silver beads, that is gravel. That, I bet you could tell me what that is. That is cake decoration.
They got great memories in their homes, in their communities and neighborhoods. They want to stay.
You stay at a place for 50-some years, you know every crack and crevice of it. My babies, look here. My feet, yeah. You saw my little feet? I got about 6 of them all spread around, so I don't have to go back and sit in no certain place. I can sit anywhere I want to.
We have some of the largest racial disparities in housing in the Twin Cities. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to preserve home ownership and generational wealth.
The Twin Cities is home to the largest homeowner gap between white and black families in the nation, according to Urban Institute.
I think people want to see houses turned over and recycled, but older adults are the backbone of neighborhoods. They help to stabilize so many of our neighborhoods that I think it's critical for us to help them stay in their home, and they deserve it.
She thinks she's a cat. She won't get in my lap. I wouldn't give her up for nothing. That's my baby. Oh, daddy baby. Is that daddy girl? Hey, daddy girl. Hey, daddy girl.
With the help of Age Well at Home, Tommy says he's able to rest in his home with dignity and grace.
I like being independent. I like to be able to do what I want to do without being told.
We're not therapists, but we can be therapeutic. We're not social workers, but we can be human, we can be kind, and we can be respectful. And I think that's critical to make what we do really successful.
Up next, we take a joyride with poet and spoken word artist Jandeltha Rae. That's coming up after the break.
On the days when my skin hang crooked, be burnt, bruised, and broken, can't tell me I don't know what it means to overcome, cause baby, I'm still here. And ain't I glowing?
At Nail Partners, we prioritize people. We understand how real estate can unlock a community's aspirations. From the very beginning of a project to its completion, we create space for collaboration. By bringing people together from all walks of life, we're able to build a shared vision that benefits everyone. Because if we want stronger, healthier communities, everyone deserves a seat at the table. Nail Partners, built for community.
3 years ago, COVID-19 forced our entire world to stop. Even as we adjust to a new society, the fight against the virus continues. That's why the Minnesota Department of Health is urging you to get the updated COVID-19 vaccine that's FDA approved. It's specifically designed to combat the latest variants and available for everyone aged 6 months and older. Worried about the cost? Free or low-cost vaccines are available. Just check in with your clinic before scheduling. Don't have insurance? We got you. Just contact your nearest community health center. Corona is still around, so keep yourself and your people safe. Together, we can win this fight.
It's time. Time for America's promises to Black and Brown Minnesotans to be fulfilled. It's time for us to equitably share in the wealth of our nation. That's why the Center for Economic Inclusion was created, to embolden employers to invest in Black and Brown-owned businesses and to leverage our talent to bring wealth into our communities. The Center for Economic Inclusion measures what works, and we hold leaders accountable. The time is now. Build with us. Visit us online at centerforeconomicinclusion.org.
10 years ago, I chopped off my hair to experience the way it grows out of my scalp.
Now, Nature Syrup has moved from my kitchen to the Macy's Marketplace. That's right, you can buy Nature Syrup at Macy's.com.
Your home for hip-hop and R&B.
We the best!
Power 104.7, where old school meets new school.
But we learn, and we cry, and we reap, and then we remember God. So let this strange of mine be celebrated by anyone daring enough to witness. Let them really see me with a clear view.
Jazzy poetry centered on self-reflection and healing. That's what you can always count on when poet Jandeltha Rae graces the stage. In this week's Joyride, she shows us how unpacking your emotions through art can soothe even your most tender wounds. Take a look. How would you, for someone who hasn't heard your work, how would you describe your artistry?
I think my artistry really just reflects who I am. It's very woman forward, it's very healing forward, it's very love forward, it's very Black forward. My artistry is just very vulnerable, very raw, very real. Hey, baby, I feel like we good. Verse 2 coming in real smooth. Enough about me, let's talk about you. Like, what's your type? What you like? Is it dark skin thick with a Colgate smile?
So you picked, this is Phelps Park?
Yes, I did.
Why is this park significant to you?
Well, as I told you, I'm a Minneapolis kid, and I spent a lot of time here. And I feel like this place really raised me, you know. We did a lot of projects, a lot of community work, and it was the place that really bred the creativity out of me, if that makes sense. I just remember doing all kinds of projects. It's like, I love art, I love creating, I love doing this, you know. I think all the community events that I ever participated in, just like, I carried that throughout my childhood. It's like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do something for my community too. And that's something I enjoy doing whenever I have the opportunity to. So without this community center, I don't know who I would be.
Did you always know that you were an artist?
You know, it's funny that you asked me that, because I've always known that I was an artist, but I didn't know that we called it being an artist. Like, it was just something I naturally did. Painting, drawing, writing. I'm like, this is just who I am. And not until 2016, somebody was like, you're a dope artist. I was like, huh? Like, I never considered myself. That was never an option to be that. You know, my family knew that I was artistic, but it was like, go to school and become a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Put me in that box. So that was never even fathomable for me, you know. And then 2016, it was like, you're a dope artist, and I started to like own that. So I've always known, but I never knew what to call it, you know. It's just naturally been who I am. Spirit said I'm art, better act right, keep it locked and loaded, paint my canvas under moonlight, stroke my colors firm, yeah, they bold, make them look nice. Parents made a portrait, take a picture, I still shine, though it's been a while, it's been a minute, yeah, I still rhyme. They gave me Purple Heart.
We have officially arrived at our second location. Your house.
It is my home. It is my home.
I mean, I could ask you why it's significant to you, but I mean, I can kind of connect the dots. What made you decide to pick your home?
I think I chose this location. It shows my transition. And I feel like this is the place where I really became a grown woman in my own right and grew up and really started to like just, you know, take care of myself and really started to be the artist that I've always wanted to be. And so it seems like a little cliche, but I'm just like, I've written some of my best poems here, you know, created some of my best paintings here.
What brings you joy?
Oh, that's a great question. I think honestly, like, being in community. Art brings me joy as well, but like being in community and being around a community that I've built and that I've cultivated, giving back, creating space for others, but also like creating space for myself and performing. Like, I got a lot of anxiety before I perform, but when I do, I'm like, yeah, that feels good, you know? And I think that we live in a world that, you know, forces us to get a 9-to-5 and be conditioned to be a certain way. And I think it's important to break outside of that and to be free and to be around like-minded people who, you know, need healing and who need art and who need creativity in order to be okay and to find some solace.
Form a piece for us?
Yeah, I could do that.
Look,
I got high highs, extreme lows. Still I float, might see me slip, but I'll never choke. This is life or death, man, I've been about it, and I still arose. Burden of lessons, expansion of freedom. This how I drafted the message. This is the art of expression. Let me breathe deep so y'all can hear how I'm stepping. Yeah. How about my flesh and watch me bleed into abundance, a garden of seeds, only dreams. But in this moment, I'm carpe diem, broke the regime. Then I found peace, holding this matrix however I please. Mama told me we ain't have no money, but it cost $0 to believe in me. Had to fight that you can't see it. Had to make it out the mud, had to feel what it meant to be free.
Thanks so much for watching Here's the Truth. To support our weekly TV show, head over to georgiafort.com and become a monthly subscriber. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Saturday at 11. Next week on Here's the Truth, a local program putting diverse youth in the spotlight, how the Minnesota STEM Partnership is guiding youth down a path of excellence. Plus, buckle up for a joyride with the local lyricist.
My femininity's a problem and a remedy.
Watch Here's the Truth, Saturdays at 11 on the CW Twin Cities.
Are you not confident in your smile? Well, we have a plan for you. Here at Code White Teeth Whitening, we are here to help you reach your smile goals. We're offering up to 70% off your commitment. Now that's something to smile about. Book your session today at codewhitesmile.com and always remember to keep smiling.
We know what it means to be food insecure. We know that families struggle day in and day out, and that's why we built this ecosystem to end everyday hunger and fight food insecurity.
This is community-led, and 100% of the profits go right back to the community to providing more food. This is why we show up. This is why we keep going. This is why we love what we do.
Together, we can end food insecurity in St. Paul and bring dignity to everyone's plate.
Are you ready to get in the best shape of your life? At Sir Boxing Club, we offer high-intensity workouts that will push you to your limits and help you reach your fitness goals. Our experienced trainers will guide you every step of the way, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned fighter. So come join us and see the results for yourself. Our gym is equipped with state-of-the-art equipment and a family atmosphere. So come join us today and start your journey towards a stronger, healthier you.